How much subscription is too much subscription? Welcome to our annual Tech Life Week, the first week of February, where we review all our subscriptions and ask ourselves, are they not too much? Can I stop some? Can I save myself some money? And can I pull myself from the hooks of the big tech with their ecosystem and subscription services? Well, you are at the right place, because by this time last year, I had over 20 subscriptions. And this year, right now, after our last review, I've reduced them to about 10 critical ones, which is still much. But, you know, some of the subscription are maybe some things I do, maybe to make content, and some of the tools I work with. At the end of this video, you're going to get yourself rid from all the hooks of subscription that are not necessary, save yourself tons of money, and have an insight of how these things all try to hook you down. If you're ready, let's get started. Okay, welcome back again to Smart Depot, and it is our annual Tech Life Week where we review all the subscriptions that we have. Now, how did we get to this point where everything has become subscription based? If you follow tech in the late 60s, 70s, where they have turntables and cassette players, then you own all your digital libraries. You buy it, you own it for life. And then in the 80s and in the early 90s, we had VHS coming up, and then we had CDs and VCDs coming up, and then later there was DVDs. And what does all this thing have in common? You purchase it, you own it, and it's yours for life. But let's say in the new millennium, the big tech decided, like, no, we cannot allow people to have all this power over their digital media, because maybe they're going to pirate it, they're going to use it the way they want, and it is their own. So they decided to, okay, we're going to take the power out from the people, and we're going to hold it, create an unlimited storage online, archive everything that they will ever need, and get little tokens from them to just have access to that. So they have access, but they don't owe it. We can ban them, take them out, revoke their membership or whatever we want anytime we want. And that is the world we are living in. Everything is going as subscription service, and for those few that have not gone to, they will still go to subscription service. Now, the second part is, how do they get you into this hook? Well, the big techs have the facilities and the things you need, so they're going to give you that. First of all is from their devices. Let's start from smartphones. So you will notice nowadays that if you have a smartphone, whether it be Android or iPhone, you're probably going to be useless with this smartphone if you don't have access to internet. So one of the things I tell people is that, what can you do useful if you are not online on your devices? You must have to find a way to download things, educational, tutorials, videos, things that can keep you engaged and positive once you don't have access to online activities. The beauty of your smartphone is that it has access to internet. And what does that mean? There's going to forever be subscription of data, internet access forever. Now, the next thing is also their system, ecosystem, and services. So some of them came in and started giving us some of the things we needed for free. And at the point, it started shifting, and some of the ones in the life license started becoming monthly subscription, yearly subscription. It went on and on and on to games that you can play offline. Some of them are now going from offline to online, so you can even enjoy some of your best of games on your smartphones while you are offline. So you have to be connected to that internet subscription to also get another subscription to another game or services. The subscription continues. We are still getting there. So now they have taken the power from the people, they owe the power. Now all you have to do is to give them that subscription, that token, and for the rest of your life, maybe your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren will keep on following up with the subscription. And that's the way our world is. Ruthless, capitalist, whatever you call it, that's the reality. So the question is, how does that concern you? It concerns you because before you know it, like me, this time last year, I had over 20 subscriptions. Yes, over 20 subscriptions, and I don't even feel it's much. Let's start from the things I view. I had Netflix, I had Amazon Prime, I had DSTV Premium, I had Showmax, I had IPTV subscriptions. Now let's go to music. I had Apple Music, YouTube Music, which is YouTube Premium. I had Spotify alone, and I have my offline music player. So I have like 3 subscriptions on music alone. Let's talk about some of the things I use for correction, of data. So I have Quillboard and I have Grammarly, so that making it 10 alone. I've not gone into the tools I use for editing, like I have Power Director 365, I had CapCut subscription, then I have other subscription that I use for some other tools like Canva. I have also subscription for that, and it goes on and on. I sat down and I said to myself that we're going to review this because some of them we can live without it. And that's what this video is about. There are times you have to review, eliminate, manage your subscription. So let's start from the elimination process. First of all, you have to ask yourself which subscription service is inevitable. For me, my home fiber internet service is inevitable. It has to be there because it's the one that carries every other subscription that I do. I realized that I subscribe for Netflix. In a year, I watched like 3 full movies on Netflix, and it's kind of not my thing. And I was like, okay, so what else can I eliminate it with? Okay, the kids also like DSTV and all that. So I took out Netflix and Amazon Prime because I don't even watch that one at all. So then I now came down again. I realized that DSTV, I like to watch football and they do it very well. And then at some point, I didn't have time to watch football again. And the kids now started loving YouTube Kids. So I was like, okay, we knocked off DSTV Premium because the kids now like YouTube Kids, and I could just go out to the pub and watch football, which is actually more fun. Now, so with this style, you can start to eliminate some things. Of course, I also have IPTV. I also, dumped Showmax and had IPTV, to watch something, be it on the TV screen or on my phone when the need arises. Then let's go down to music. So music, I told myself, Apple Music is great, Spotify is good, YouTube Music is good, but when I look at my history and preferences, I think Google have most of my history and preferences. So I'm going to stick to YouTube Premium. I enjoy, ad-free YouTube experience, and I enjoy all the music background and all that. And I stuck with YouTube Premium. Of course, I canceled my Apple Music subscription and Spotify, and I'm sticking now with YouTube Premium, which gives me YouTube and also music ad-free. So let's still move on the elimination, because in this video you're going to learn a lot about elimination. Now, to do proper elimination, you must track your subscription payment. Now, one of the things that you should never do not pay for subscription with your cards directly, except you don't have any other option. Because once they take your card into their databases, some of these subscriptions are auto-renewal and it's coming straight from your card. Your bank will not help you. So you will be at the mercy of the people that to write to them for them to, end their subscription and all that. I've experienced some of that with Filmora, so I didn't even mention it in part of my subscription at this time last year. So what you can do is try to use something like PayPal to make your subscription, because within PayPal you can actually cancel most of your active subscription. If you can't do that with PayPal, make your subscription from like Google Play services or from your Apple ID or Apple Pay. So that way, if something goes on, you can just go into your Google Play services or Google Play Store or Apple Pay or Apple account, and you're going to terminate the renewable subscriptions. So this is very, very key. Very, very key. It helps you to be able to manage. So I just open up my PayPal now, I go to my settings, I go to my payments, I go to renew subscription, automatic renewed subscription, and then I'm going to cancel all of them, make a lot of them inactive if I don't want to use them again. Now that is very, 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 very key. So that way I was able to control and manage a lot of subscription and bring it down to the barest minimum. So let me hear from you in the comment section. How do you review? Do you ever even review your subscription? How do you manage it? How do you cut and stop the subscription? And how do you protect your cards from going straight into services that you cannot control? Still dealing with this, you're going to look at how to beat the ecosystem, because these devices that you're looking at are there to make sure that you are hooked into an ecosystem. In doing that, I was able to beat Google One subscription. When it started, I decided to get myself a Pixel device so I don't have to pay for Google One subscription. So with a Pixel device, I don't know whether I would change that in the future. You can can store all your videos and photos in your phone, which probably is like 80% of what fills my phone. I can just store them to Google Cloud, to Google Photos for free if I'm using a Pixel device. So yeah, somewhere I do have a Pixel device that I use for that, and that saves me a lot in subscription for Google One, because somehow you have to take advantage of the ecosystem to beat the ecosystem. Let me hear from you in the comment section if you have any question about how to manage a subscription or which subscription should be better for you in a service or the other. Let me hear from you in the comment section, and make sure you follow me for more interesting tech tips like this. And until I see you in the next one, it is peace.